One day, Gordon and James were at Knapford Station when Emily pulled in. She was very cross. "I can't believe I have to pull trucks. Trucks! Ugh! Why can't Thomas or Edward do it? They like dithering about with freight cars." Gordon saw the chance to teach Emily a lesson.
"I see your dilemma,"
he said gravely.
Now it seems to me that if you were ill, you wouldn't have to pull your cars. You see what I mean?
He paused impressively. Emily brightened almost immediately. "Of course! What a splendid idea! I'll pretend to be ill when I collect my train, then I can make some other engine pull it. Thank you, Gordon!" And she puffed away. As soon as Emily left, James looked at Gordon suspiciously. Why didn't you tell her what happened to Thomas when I tried a stunt like that?" He was recalling a similar accident concerning himself a while back. Gordon chuckled.
"Wait and see, young James. Wait and see."
And he puffed away, none of them knowing the trouble that was to come. At the yards, Daisy was waiting in a siding until she had to take her next train while Boko was shunting. She was talking endlessly of how highly sprung she was and how shunting was work for common engines. "I thought you were finer than this, Boko," she went on. "I do believe they've reduced you to nothing but a common, dirty shunter." Finally, Boko lost patience.
"A dirty shunter, huh? You must be pretty upset. I would have your driver take a look at that leaky oil tank of yours. I hear it can be bad for sensitive swerves."
"Oh," Daisy said, appalled.
"Now, if you'll excuse me,"
he went on,
"I will have to take that special tanker of rocket fuel behind you to the docks when I get back. It's a very special, and Sir Topham Hatt is depending on me to get it there on time. Goodbye."
And he pulled away. Well, of all the nerve, Daisy thought. Then she noticed the fuel tanker that Boko had mentioned. If he didn't get it to the docks, that would be rather embarrassing for him. Yes, I will do it. Benjamin is a ballast engineer who lives near the Arlesdale Railway. He's an odd-looking fellow as engines go, but very friendly and always willing to help. He often drops ballast near the Skarloey Railway.
"My road's being mended thanks to you, Benjamin." You're welcome."
Emily pulled up to a line of ballast cars waiting near the ballast chute. She was pretending to cough, sneeze, achoo, and look as though she were really sick.
"Bless you."
Benjamin was at a siding nearby, and he soon noticed Emily.
"Feeling ill? Oh, that's quite all right, because I can take your train if you like,"
he said eagerly.
"I'm needed on the Skarloey Railway, but I'm sure I can take your trucks and be back in a jiffy."
Emily smiled. "Thank you," she said, and puffed away, thinking how clever she was. Benjamin, who was eager to do something other than drop ballast, happily backed down on Emily's train. His driver was happy too.
"A change will do us both a world of good, Benjamin,"
he said. Soon, Benjamin was trundling away with his line of cars. He found it surprisingly easy.
"These trucks aren't troublesome in the least. They must be newer models than those demons the other engines talk about,"
he said to himself. When the trucks heard this, they were infuriated. "How does this guy with little wheels, professional air reputation? Listen is slower than Edward! That's such a lesson!" Just then, Benjamin stopped near a siding before a downhill slope. A fuel tanker was in a siding nearby.
"Good.
Said his driver.
We'll fill up on fuel and be on our way."
"Now's our chance!" shrieked the trucks. On! Benjamin roared down the slope.
"Ah,
He wailed.
I can't stop."
On! shrieked the trucks. Faster! Benjamin tore around the bend and down a straightaway, heading straight for the yards.
"Horrors!"
Benjamin cried and shut his eyes. When he opened them, he was perched uncomfortably on a turntable. His trucks were scattered and broken behind him, still giggling with delight. Luckily, no one was hurt, but Benjamin's shoot car was damaged.
Newer models. Puh!
He muttered. When Emily heard about the accident, she rushed to the scene of the crash. Most of the trucks had been taken away or put back on the tracks, but Benjamin was still on his perch, looking very forlorn. Emily started talking at once. Oh, Benjamin, I'm so sorry. I wasn't sick. I was pretending because I didn't want to pull trucks. I'm really sorry. Benjamin looked down at Emily.
I forgive you, Emily, but I did want to take your train, so maybe it was my fault. And besides, they weren't newer models.
What?
Never mind, but I forgive you.
Well, that's good, because she's going to be in a lot of trouble with me, said a familiar voice. Daisy pulled up and out stepped the Fat Controller. Emily, I have heard that you cause confusion and delay. You will shunt to the yards until I see fit. Maybe then you will appreciate the usefulness of trucks. Before Emily could say anything, Daisy spoke up. Benjamin, I'm sorry too. I saw you stop by that rocket fuel tanker. I'm sorry it made you go so fast. Benjamin looked confused.
Fuel? Rocket fuel? I didn't fill up on fuel. The tracks were oily, and the trucks were able to push me down the hill. That's why I shot down the hill so fast.
Rocket fuel? Daisy. The Fat Controller turned to the diesel railcar, who turned as red as James. Not the fuel tanker that Boko failed to deliver and has been worrying about all day. Yes, sir, Daisy mumbled. It seems I have acquired another shunter. You will shunt with Emily in the yards. Then you'll learn the value of hard work, which you seem to be unfamiliar with. Daisy gasped. But sir, my swerves! Bother your swerves. You will also apologize to Boko. No, anything but that. But please, sir. No buts. Now, Benjamin, you will be repaired, and maybe you too have learned a lesson. I will have Edward show you how to deal with trucks when you are repaired, and then maybe you will be able to do other jobs besides dropping ballast. Benjamin looked surprised.
Thank you, sir.
After Daisy and Sir Topham Hatt left, Emily wished Benjamin luck and puffed away, a sadder and a wiser engine. Later, Emily met Gordon and James at Knapford again. Both seemed very sorry about Benjamin's accident. You know, Emily, James said, once Gordon advised me to pretend to be ill for the same reason as you. Thomas took my train from me and ended up in a mess, just like Benjamin, which is why I haven't tried something like that since. Suddenly, what Gordon had done dawned on Emily. Well, where is that Gordon? Gordon had wisely puffed away. Emily still hates pulling freight cars, but she never pretends to be ill now. Benjamin also learned something about trucks. He usually lets a more experienced engine take them, but the engines will always call him Benjamin the Rocket, just the same. My railway's being mended thanks to you, Benjamin.
Thank you. My road is being mended thanks to you, Benjamin. I gotta go.